welcome to Croatia, my bro. Hopefully you've been loving it here. And honestly, who would have thought? A few months ago when we got to start working together, I never think that you would just fly 2,000 miles from UK to here and meet me in person. But welcome. And mostly I just want to ask you a few things, because when you think about your life 3 months ago, tell me, where were you with your head, with your income, and just with your situation overall?
Well, to be honest, bro, I was just completely stuck. I felt as if I had no control over what I was doing in my future. I was stuck at some job where I was making £10 an hour, and honestly, I hated it. My boss was bullying me, and I was stuck at school, which I didn't enjoy. I hated all my subjects. I was only doing it to actually please my parents. I had no idea where I wanted to go in the future. I just thought I had to hit the same structure that everyone else thinks of: the uni, get a job, work for the rest of my life, and retire at 55. I knew that wasn't what I wanted, but I didn't know how to get there. So honestly, I was just completely stuck, and I can believe that I'm here now because I put in all the work. But if you told me 3 months ago, I wouldn't have believed you.
But yeah, honestly, bro, in order to actually reach the things we've never reached, we have to do different things, because doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results doesn't make quite sense, right?
No.
So what I'm trying to ask you here is, and please be transparent, because I know it wasn't easy, it was actually hard as fuck. So what did I have you do in order to change your habits and actually get out of that hole that you were in 3 months ago?
Well, to be honest, I think the main thing it was is you were always getting on my case about not asking enough questions, not messaging you all the time, and not actually using you for my best benefit. I think that's what helped me the most. You sort of made me give you all these questions all the time and send you all my messages, review all my combos, and you wanted to do more so I could do less in the future. You wanted to do all the work now so that I could get my skill set better and actually change these habits. And I feel also it's the accountability. Having you to look over what I'm doing and tell me, because honestly, you were very transparent, and you would just tell me you're not doing well, this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you're doing right. And it also makes me feel really good about when I do something right. So it makes me want to do better, and it also makes me want to keep on working with you and keep on having you frame me up, because it's honestly such a good feeling seeing myself get better and having someone else to sort of actually give me that sort of gratitude.
Honestly, bro, you weren't easy, because you took it too literally when I said that you can reach out to me and send me a message on WhatsApp whenever you want. You were blowing up my phone, and it wasn't easy, but I'm very glad that it clicked, because I definitely saw potential. And yeah, if it was easy, realistically everyone would do it.
Yeah.
So it being hard gives you a better pleasure of actually being here in Croatia, absorbing the sunlight, this decent scenery behind us, and just, I'd say, living the life of freedom with your online income being more than enough to actually sustain yourself. But the real question I have, the real thing I'm curious about is, when did it actually click? When did you start seeing your progress, and when did you realize that you might be better than everyone else who also tried and failed? And why did you think you actually succeeded over them?
Well, I feel the moment it clicked was when I actually started reinvesting after the initial investment. When I actually started putting the money that I've earned back into my skill set and actually trying to improve what I'm doing. And to be honest, that's where I thought I pulled away from the crowd, because everyone would just put a bit of money on a course and leave it at that and try to implement that just straight off the course, whereas I kept on reinvesting my money and kept on getting more calls, more training, different packages, and actually get better so I can make more money. And when I started seeing the better results than everyone else around me, and started being able to reap the benefits of my hard work by coming to Croatia, going to Barcelona and working wherever I want all day, I think that's where I start to see that I can actually pull ahead from the crowd.
True. The thing is that most people are even afraid to put that initial investment down, let alone reinvest further. So I would honestly agree and say that that definitely is one of the most important things that made you stand out and actually see the success that you've seen. However, it's only the beginning because just recently you also quit your job, is that right? You're also moving to Manchester to fucking skyscraper 30th floor, is it? With your best mate and starting your own business. So talk me through that because it's insane how only 12 weeks, even less than that maybe, can change a man, but only if he grinds, only if he deserves the success.
Yeah, so it is still like astonishing to me that I was able to quit the job I felt stuck at
Crazy.
and actually start like considering moving out at 18, and actually like I'm in talks with like estate agents and whatnot at 18 talking about these 37th floor in Deansgate in Manchester where I'm going to move with my best friend. Like, it is honestly crazy to me, but I do see how it's happening because I put in the work, I invested in myself, and I'm just getting better every single day so that I can actually reap the benefits of all of this hard work and start to move out, start to quit my job and graduate school and not have to go down that standard route of university for 4 years, coming out broke, trying to find a job, not being able to find a job for ages and getting stuck in some corporate job up London. Like, and I'm just so grateful that that's not the life that I'm going to live.
To be fair, the fact that you're 18 is kind of crazy and it baffles my mind because when I was 18, I think I had over 9,000 hours on Fortnite, bro. So it's insane. You're way ahead of me and way better than I was. So I can definitely see you seeing even greater success. But tell me, was it scary and uncomfortable? Because people nowadays think it's easy. When I try to constantly tell them it's not, and whoever tells them it's easy is just trying to scam them. But you tell me, was it scary and uncomfortable to reach those things?
Obviously, it was very scary and it was very uncomfortable. But I personally feel that you need to put yourself in these scary and uncomfortable positions to actually grow, because as they say, like, to train is actually to overcome. So if I'm not overcoming that fear barrier or that, like, going out of my comfort zone, I'm never gonna get better and be the man that I actually want to be. So I just had to take that leap and get on with it.
To be fair, now when you mention that, when you're talking about it, I realized I think I was just about to fall asleep. It was 1:30 a.m. when you reached out to me initially wanting my help, and I also remember how emotional you were about your entire journey and how your head was just at the wrong place. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do
And
remember that.
it was so crazy seeing you just overthinking every single thing. And now it makes me realize, and I need to ask you that, where do you feel your head is now compared to where it was 3 months ago? And also, what would you recommend to someone else watching this right now who is at the same place you were 3 months ago?
Well, honestly, I feel the greatest thing that you've taught me yourself is actually just emotionally detaching yourself from everything, emotionally detaching yourself from numbers on the screen and like getting so wound up by little things that aren't gonna benefit you. So anyone watching this, I feel emotionally detaching yourself and actually just doing what you say you're going to do and becoming the man that you want to be by stepping out of your comfort zone and putting yourself in those like scary situations is so crucial. And I think everyone has to do it if they want to get to where they want to actually be.
I couldn't agree more. And the fact that you've done so brought you from zero to what you on right now?
I made 2K last month and I think it's absolutely insane because not a single day of it has felt like work.
Yeah, you just love it. And honestly, bro, I'm looking forward to seeing more of your success. The business you're gonna potentially start, I'm looking to see you as a 5-figure a month guy, and honestly even more. Sky is the limit. And once again, thank you for being here, bro. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more wins from you.